Hello, and welcome to another episode at Ohana Hobby Workshop. You're joined by myself, Magnus Smashers today. And today's going to be a bit of a different one. So I'm going to be starting up a series where you get to know me and my hobby and the sort of extents I go at. So as you can see, we are in the studio. This is one of the rooms. So this is the main room that we stream. Well, I stream and paint in. We have another room that we've got a 8 foot by 4 foot gaming table. So battle reports will be coming very soon, very shortly and soon, hopefully. But really, today's first episode is just to really explain the series a bit more. So, what I mean by a series, as many people know, it's a series of videos thrown from one episode to the next. And I'm going to do one on essentially getting to know me and how I work with my hobby, and also it helps you guys join me on my journey with actually going big, go home sort of thing. Um, so straight off the back, as you can see, because we are in a new room, you can see that we've got the racking back up. We've got a few of the armies out. That are, as you can see, we've got some of the bigger models up on one of the top shelves, and then we have a few other ones, a couple of the armies. We've still got loads to get out. But yeah, so this is essentially just an introduction to stuff we're going to be going over. So it will be going over how I sort of do my lists, or how I, not so much a list, but how I decide what to buy and what goes through my thought process of doing these large armies, because as many people know, and if you have seen my Instagram, I don't do armies by small. I'm currently working on a huge Nighthaunt army. I'm doing a full Storm host, an entire dynasty, to match the Space Marine chapter I'm doing. So I'm doing Imperial Fist. On top of that, I've just got into a new game system, Kings of War, as you would have seen us do a couple of unboxings already. So I've dived into that pretty heavy. So I now have a 25,000 point army there as well. So we'll be going over sort of like my thought processes through that, and also at the same time on like essentially the process of how I go about painting them all, and then essentially gaming with it, and like what my thoughts and processes just throughout the whole process. Because as you can imagine, doing orders, quite large ones, are going to be very difficult. It can be, not just because of money aspect, but also on the aspect of you don't know what to really get. So I don't really build or buy stuff. Essentially, like I do the rule of cool. That will be going into a bit more detail. Obviously, people do know about that, so we might as well actually explain about that now. So the rule of cool essentially is you start with something that's cool. So for an example, say you want to do a Slaanesh army. Sigismund, I think that's the name of it, the fancy character who thinks he's marvellous. For Age of Sigmar, we're talking as well. If you want to go demons, you go like Great Unclean. If you think that's cool, sort of thing. That's how sort of my process is about what I like about the armies. So that tends to be my main process. Go with what I think is cool, and stuff like that. So we're going to be going over that sort of stuff. Also on like day to day things as well, like during the week. So it'll be like once a week. We do a recap on essentially how much hobby's been done, what's been built, what's been painted, all that sort of stuff. So we're sort of really starting to push it now, with myself with this series. As you can see anyway, we have a lot of boxes still here left to go through. As you can imagine, it's quite a daunting task, because we have done an official count, as well, and that ended, I think last month, April the 15th. April the 15th, where one of our guys did win the giveaway. They're shortly going to be receiving their prizes from that, as soon as they come available. So that's the only thing. It also puts back giveaways is if the product's available. So I sort of have to, I'm catering each one, all the giveaways, to that specific person. So I get to know. It also means I get to know you guys better. You guys get to know my process and everything. And that's really the other thing as well. Like this journey, like anyone's journey, yeah, it's your own journey in the hobby, but essentially, like if people have come over to the Twitch channel, you would have seen me go on little rants, little raves, sort of thing, where we really dive down into like the community aspect. But also on top of that, for like voicing opinions on like the negativity and stuff where there shouldn't be, and all that sort of stuff, and go over like things we like to see and what we and like future plans and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so this is essentially just the introduction, just to go over a few bits of what we're going to be doing. More episodes will be coming out. We'll try and keep them as regular as I can. So hopefully you won't have to wait too long between each preview or each sort of episode, if as long as it all goes to plan. But yeah, on that note, so this will be the introduction. That's all done now. And I will see everyone on the next episode of Ohana Hobby Workshop, where I'm not sure what we're going to dive into first, but we'll dive into something. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see what happens and we'll go with the flow, essentially. But on that note, I will see everyone on the next episode of Ohana Hobby Workshop.